Hey, what's up YouTube? It's me, Jesse here. It's been a while since I made a video, so I'm excited to be here making one. What you got on the table here is the Hatfield 28 gauge semi-automatic SAS. Inscribed right there. It's, you know what they are. You can buy them at Walmart. I'll pretty much tell you right now, I think they are just pure junk. I bought this in hopes. I've seen videos of them or whatever where they're fairly decent. When this one is shooting, it does shoot good. Actually, it's really nice. One problem I have, I've had it for a year now, and the warranty runs out after a year, and I finally got around to actually putting some rounds through it, saying to myself, I'm going to break this gun in, and I quite literally broke this gun in, / broke the gun. And it took probably about 100 rounds. I shot probably about 58 rounds out of it last year and probably another 50 in this year. Well, so I don't suggest buying a Hatfield semi-automatic SAS, regardless if it's 28 gauge like this one or any of them. If you see any other reviews on YouTube, you'll know the reasons why. You got the stocks break on it. Mine busted on this one. I've seen other issues with the trigger assembly completely not working. This one has issues cycling, or it did. The fit and finish is just so rough that I think that's a lot of the problem. Which this one, right before it, the stock foregrip or whatever, forestock, split in my hand. I would almost go as far as to say it actually burst in my hand. It was actually running the best it had run the entire time I've owned it. It was cycling and running good, and then all of a sudden the forestock broke. So day one of buying this gun, these are the chokes that it came with. It comes with 3. I believe it's improved, modified, full. These were so messed up and jacked up, like I literally had to do a claim immediately just because the chokes were completely just milled. Like from the factory, they were just terribly milled. I'm kind of shooting this video in a different way, so if I'm not in the video, I apologize. I don't know if maybe I can squeeze this up just a little, but yeah, so it's a little bit different. I'm in a back room where I'm not normally videotaping, so it is what it is. But anyway, so it comes with 3 chokes. Whatever. They were garbage almost from the start. Quite literally. I ended up buying this aftermarket one. This is a light modified, which seems to work really good for the 28 gauge as far as like shooting sport clays or something like that. I guess what you can tell also is that it's got a little bit of fiber optic front sight. I think it helps a lot. That extended choke seemed to work really well once I finally got it gun cycling well. Safety, whatever, easy to get to, not a big deal. Loading it up was a little kind of pain in the ass. So to get that in there, it's almost like it cuts your finger, and if you don't really push that in, the bullet in there nice, or the shell in there right nice and tight, it'll actually pop in and then go under the lifter, so then you got 2 stacked up in there. So that's it's almost causing a jam before you even get started. Shouldering the firearm fits good. It actually is kind of, I mean, that's soft, but for being a 28 gauge, it would kind of thump you. I've got a 20 and a couple 12s with birdshot that probably don't even kick as bad as this being semi-auto that you would think would. Oh, another issue, you can see where the pin is right there. where that pin is, that kept falling out immediately. So I had to like literally kind of do a little hand mill work to get that to where it would stay. And the action just itself is just a little tight. Like you get to this point and it's just almost whatever. And I've filed a little bit down, like sanded it just lightly to kind of smooth it over. And it kind of did end up smoothing over. Like I said, it was started to fire quite a bit better than it had. And then that's when the stock broke. I'm going to go ahead and just take that apart. So I don't know if you can see, I had to take the washer out. I couldn't get it back in once I glued the stock back together. I don't know if you can see where I glued it back together. I did. I got a new stock on the way. If it breaks again, I know somebody else that owns one of these guns. And I think, I'm sure I could just easily snap that back apart. I don't know. But yeah, I had to glue here and there. And you can just see where the gas piston is just riding in there and breaking. Or was like, it might have had too much gas pressure. So it's real tight now. I can't hardly get it out. That ring that's on here literally completely flew off and over this and was sitting on this part. And there was at one point you could see the scratches. I can still see them, but you probably can't on camera. But like I don't know how it literally flung over this and was on this when the stock broke. So I don't know how I got like over pressurized or whatever. And I had cleaned this gun up prior to this season using it. So I got another one of these coming with a new ring because this one just gets a little tight. I think it'd still work if you had to make it work, but I don't know. That also got scratched. I don't know if that's for me doing what. It doesn't matter that much, but it did come with a. Drawing a blank here. It did come with a plug, so it'll only hold 3 rounds. If I do give this away, I'll probably keep this light modified choke. Cause I really like that. I want to get it over under 28 gauge. I just really like the caliber. It's something different. I think it's almost kind of like a little prestige when you're knocking off some birds with that, you know. So that's pretty easy to get out. I've seen other ones where this like flies out of them. I haven't had that issue with mine. But one issue I did find, and that was after it broke, and I'd already had it apart, just about to tear it up. And you might not be able to see it on camera. I'll try to get it close. I don't know. Right there, where that pin is that holds the firing pin in, I believe that's what holds the firing pin in. It's cracked right there. I don't think that that's going to cause an issue. I guess it could. But yeah, this bolt assembly basically right here it's fucked. I mean, it's cracked. Against my better judgment, I probably ought to buy a new bolt. They're like 60 bucks. By the time I buy the stock, this, and the bolt, I could have bought another brand new gun again. So it's a brand new piece of shit. So that is what it is. But I'll probably, once I get the stock and new gas, I'm going to run it. And if it breaks again, like I said, I'm going to just give it to my buddy who's got the same thing for parts. It's kind of a bitch to put this thing together. I bought it because I had bought another cheap Walmart gun prior to this one. And thought, well, if that one ran good, maybe this one would. And the other one is this right here. It's the TriStar 20 gauge. I had a 12 gauge also, which I know the person and go hunting with the person that uses it, which runs great. It also has the front sight. I'm pretty damn sure these are made in the same factory. I swear to God they are. They're just rebranded differently. TriStar makes the Viper, or Raptor, I think is what it is. Or maybe it is a Viper. I think it's Raptor though. And I think they're basically the same gun. They're just maybe actually put together slightly more quality. But I like this gun too. And that's one reason why I was like, well, shit, you know, if that one's decent enough, made from Turkey, maybe this one would cycle. And I've seen where people had them and they work great, and then other people had them and they're trash like this. I mean, if it's breaking the bolt, breaks the stock, the gas piston ring just flies off and is just sitting on the freaking, I guess this is the actual piston, I don't know, what is that, just a piston? I know y'all correct me if you have the right words for it, but yeah, this gun's fucking junk. I wouldn't buy one. Maybe if you've had one. I bet if you get enough of these together and get the right parts together, like between this one and my buddy that's got the same gun, you might be able to make one gun that works kind of halfway decent. His cycle's in a different way where it gets jammed up right here, like the shell gets on this fucking ejector spring, and the inside of this receiver right here, and it just sticks. As the bolt's closing in, it just beep, just gets hung up like right here. And it like almost center of the shell. But anyway, so there's my kind of tabletop review after about a year of having this POS. It's not the best gun. I don't suggest buying one. If you buy one, I mean, you do it at your own risk. They're not that expensive to worry about. It was a $200 gun, all right? I hate that I'm out $200. Hopefully when I get the gas piston and the new fork grip, I won't have that issue anymore. But it actually did not feel good to have this split in my hand. I could feel the hot gas when it did it too. It was like, it just like, it's kind of like, I hope you like my sound effects. It literally did not feel good having that hot gas on my hand. I mean, it's not like it just would kill you or something, but started to make me judge whether or not I even want to shoot the gun. Is it too dangerous to even shoot? And that's the problem with the bolt too. I'm starting to wonder if I should even take the risk, because it's a hair crack. I don't think that would actually stop the operation of it, but I guess it could. I don't think it would. I think it'll be alright, but you never know. It's just weird. It seemed to actually start cycling. Like I could get 3 shells out like without a jam. Whereas before it was jamming one way or another. Like I might get 3 shells and then only 1. Then 2, then maybe 3, then 1. It was just jamming without a real good way of doing it. And some of that's probably shouldering it too, but I mean, if it's that finicky, there's, major issues with it. Obviously there are. It's junk. And there's definitely major issues with it. I mean, it shoots nice, and, I've only tried to go after clays because I didn't think it was, even last year, that's why it took me over a year before I really started screwing with it, because after shooting it some, and it was right at about dove hunting season here, I didn't want to ethically go out there and try to shoot stuff. It's just wasting your time trying to clear jams, and I don't know if that's ethics, but it would have just been a waste of my fucking time. Anyway, see you later, YouTube. Hope you enjoy the video. Please comment if you'd like a video of anything else, different types of hunting, whatever type videos, more reviews. I'm trying to work a deal with another company about getting some products sent to me to get reviewed, which I think would be great, where I'm not doing stuff out of my own pocket, but and then taking a risk like this. Anyway, take it easy.